All right, happy Wednesday, everybody. The Celtics open up tonight. I'm excited. The NBA debuted last night. Luka had a huge game. This is just going to be kind of all over the place. I haven't done a video in a little bit. I just wanted to do a little 5-minute sports update. That's what I want to do, and I want to let people know. There's other things I'm certainly interested in. I do like betting, of course, not on baseball. I do a lot of NFL betting. NBA, NHL, all the sports except baseball. I don't really enjoy, even if I was not in broadcasting, I probably would not even bet on baseball or do fantasy baseball. I don't like those because I don't like those kind of – baseball's a hard game when you're betting, like home runs or – it's so random. Anybody can go 0 for 4. I think football's the easiest. But I wanted to, and also daily fantasy is a big thing of mine. But I just to get inside my head a little bit and what I do. And I think it's from being a broadcaster. I have a process for everything I do. And I see a lot of people, excuse me, who bet, who just say, I have a feeling. Or they're so emotional with it. They chase. I have no emotion. When betting, when I play, if I go to the casino and play blackjack, I have no emotion. I win, I have no emotion. I lose. I had a good night betting in the NBA. I actually hit a parlay. I do parlays for me are bonus bets, or I do like a real sliver of my bankroll. And I ask you to do the same thing because they're losing, but I don't have any emotion. So, for instance, this is how I do my thought process. Let's take NFL. When I do daily fantasy, I put all my teams' projected scores. If you go to, you can find this. I use this thing, Fantasy Labs. They have a Vegas section, but you want to use projected scores. Like Indianapolis is projected to go to win 31-17. So Jonathan Taylor will have a good game. Favorites, running backs have good games. Baltimore's projected to score 29 points. So when I make daily fantasy lineups, I use a lot of players with high projected scores from teams that are projected to score 23 or more, and I bet the same way. And I use logic. Last Sunday, I laddered up Ramondre Stevenson all the way to 100 yards. His prop was 41. And people said, you're nuts. He's having a bad year. Why would you do that? Because it was a complete misprice. Vegas screwed that up royally. I was I was 150% confident. I didn't even bet the 40. I went right to 50, which was a plus 150. So what was my process for that? Did you agree that the Patriots were going to smoke Tennessee? Okay. Everyone I talked to said yes. If you think they're going to smoke them, Cam Ward's probably not going to be able to match with May. In a game that has a blowout, the running back is usually a big part of it. Running backs, teams that are favored by more than 6.5 points, score a lot. And if you look at this weekend, most of the running backs on the favorite teams and the teams that won, their running backs scored. So I had no doubt Stevenson would at least score. They were a favorite by 7. Tennessee had given up the most touchdowns to running backs, and they were 28th against the rush. So it was a lock. But that I used critical thinking, and I ask you to do that. If you're betting, playing daily fantasy, I do a ton of research. I look at a lot of stats when I'm doing the NFL stuff. Rushing yards allowed. The bottom 3, Miami, Buffalo, Dallas, Tennessee, I'll go more, Chicago, Cincinnati. So if you're betting on rushing, use the tools. Don't just pick a guy and say, I'm going to go with Carolina's running back this week. Well, they're implied to score 19 points. Use critical thinking. You've got to have a process, and you have to have no emotion when betting and playing any kind of daily fantasy sports, because you start chasing, you start losing. So happy Wednesday. Message me for any advice. I'd love to help out, and I can share things that I use and anything you need. Thank you.